What's good, Rappreneurs? It's your boy 100, CEO of the Rappreneur, 100 Drums Productions, Day and Night Recording Studio, and Twist Up Entertainment. And today, I'm gonna be sharing with y'all one of my old videos that I made for my production company, 100 Drums. And this video topic is about the differences between non-exclusive and exclusive licensing. And I really broke this down into a 3-part series, and today I'm gonna be sharing that with you on the Rappreneur channel. So we're gonna get right into it. Check it out right now. Yo, what's good? It's 100 of 100 Drums Productions, and today we're gonna be talking about 2 things you need to know about online beat licensing. Now, I made this course so that artists can get a little bit better understanding of the differences between a non-exclusive lease or an exclusive lease. So we're gonna kind of answer a lot of those questions for you today, hopefully clear up any confusion, and we're basically just gonna go ahead and get right into it. Okay? So, what is a beat license? A beat license agreement basically shows legal proof that the producer has given the artist or label permission to use and or profit from the beat. So this is the main thing, you guys. Basically, if you want to be able to make a profit from a beat or from a song that you produce to a beat, you're going to need the legal rights in order to, or the legal permission in order to make a profit from that song. So if you plan on putting it on Spotify or Apple Music or iTunes and trying to make money from those songs, which I really hope that you are, then you're going to need the legal rights to do so. So this is where beat licensing comes into play. Now, if you plan on just doing this as a hobby, you just kind of want to share it to your Facebook friends, or you just kind of want to put it on your SoundCloud, you're not really planning on actually distributing it through the major streaming services, then by all means stick to those free beats. Go on YouTube, download those free beats, or go to those producer sites and you can get the free downloaded version with the tags in it. You can go to 100drums.com. You can download any of my beats with the tag in them. And they're basically, what that is, when you hear the term free beat, what it basically means is try before you buy. Because basically a free beat is useless. It's useless if there's no legal proof or permission to make profit from it. So like I say, unless you're a hobbyist, but if you're trying to actually make a career out of it, if you plan on releasing those beats, then this is where you basically gonna want to go get away from the free beats and start actually leasing your music. And as you get further along in your career, you're gonna want to start getting like into those exclusive rights and things like that. So we'll get to that in a minute. So the first thing we're gonna discuss on this video, part 1, is gonna be the non-exclusive agreement. And basically what this is basically where you hear the term a lease, or where artists will say, I'm leasing a beat, or I want to lease a beat from producer. Basically, this is what they're talking about. Most of the time, they're discussing a non-exclusive license. Basically, what this is, like I say, is giving you legal rights to use the beat on any of the major streaming platforms. So if you want to put this beat, if you want to put your song on the Spotify, Apple Music, or any of those platforms, Tidal, and make a profit from that music, then yes, you're going to want to get those legal rights. And this usually comes in the form of an auto-generated contract that's automatically sent to your email address once you purchase that beat. Like I said, you also get major platform distribution. So that means that you're able to legally promote and make a profit from your song off of those major streaming platforms, like I say, iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, etc. So non-exclusive beat licensing usually ranges anywhere from $20 to $300. You can usually buy a non-exclusive license agreement and release a song on iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, create a music video for YouTube, and make money from it. There's also all types that are directly available from the producer's beat store. In other words, you don't have to inquire for them, and you can instantly buy a lease from a song from the online store and have access to it immediately. Let me go over here to Google, and I'll basically show you some of the license agreements that most producers. We're just gonna type in cash money AP Check out his Beat store. See what he has. Okay, yeah, so here's one of his beats here, Overdosing. You click on the add to cart. You're gonna get several options to lease this beat or get a license for this beat. Because like I say, when you're buying beats, you're not actually buying the beat, the actual musical file. You're actually paying for the license to use that beat. So these are the different lease license that he has. So the MP3 lease is basically $24.99. You can see it's used for music recording. You can distribute up to 2,000 copies of this, basically meaning before you have to renew the license. After you distribute 2,000 copies, you make 2,000 sales. Let's say you sell it for $1 each. You just made $2,000. You come back here, get another lease for $24.99. You can sell another 200. Or you could upgrade to the Wave lease, which will get you allow you to distribute up to 3,000 copies. Now for each of these, you can actually get over 500,000 online audio streams, which means you can stream it 500,000 times, which I'm assuming would equate to a good amount of money, at least about $500 or so. So also get one music video for both of these, for-profit live performances, and you can also distribute it on the radio broadcasting rights for up to 2 stations. This is for Cash Money AP. Yeah, and if you get the tracked out lease version, you also get on not only the Wave and the MP3 version, but you also get the tracked out stems, and you can distribute up to 10,000 copies. And then of course with the unlimited lease, you can distribute an unlimited amount of copies, unlimited audio streams, and that one's going for $249.99. Now, when it get to the exclusive license, he's basically just allowing you to make an offer, or you can click here and negotiate the price. And again, you're getting unlimited rights, unlimited usage with this anytime you get an exclusive license, right? So back to non-exclusive. Well, before we do that, I just want to kind of show you guys how so this is going to be my licensing agreements that I have in place for now. I don't have as many as most producers where they have a basic plus the Wave, a premium, and then they got an unlimited license. I wanted to keep it really simple, really straight up front with you guys. You can either get the basic license or you can get the unlimited license, which comes with the MP3 and also the Wave file. Or you also have the right to purchase the beat exclusively, which we'll get to in a minute. So over here for the non-exclusive, we have the basic rights for $30. You can distribute up to 2,500 copies of it. Like I say, so this is going to be for more of the beginner artist, someone who's kind of just starting out, just trying to get their feet wet, get an understanding of where they are in their career. This is going to be like when you want to kind of, I always recommend that artists release their singles, release their music in singles. This way you can kind of monitor where you're at in your career. You can kind of see which songs are getting the kind of the plays that you want to see, getting the kind of results that you want to see. And then from there, you're also on a more consistent level. Let's suppose if you drop 13, 14 tracks at once, you're dropping 13, 14 tracks every week. That's 14 weeks worth of consistent releasing new music. And and even if you've got all those songs pre-made, which I recommend you do, you have time while those 14 weeks are kind of coming up. You could be working on new music and having that next batch of 14, 15, 30 songs to release. And this way you're being very consistent. You're getting a better read of what your fans are mostly reacting to. You don't have to worry about the drip effect where your songs are basically getting less and less plays as they scroll down as they go down into the playlist. So like I say, release your songs one at a time and you'll get a better understanding of where you are in your career, if that makes sense. So most producers offer different non-exclusive licensing options. So like I say, over here for Cash Money AP, you've got MP3, you got Wave, You got the tracked out lease, and you've also have unlimited lease, and then you've got the exclusive. And for me, I only have the let me come here, the basic lease, the unlimited lease, and the exclusive lease, which I changed that to kind of just make it more simple, since I've cut down on the number of leasing options that I have. Because what it is, I want to keep things really cheap and affordable for you guys, because as we'll go over in a second, there are limitations to non-exclusive leasing. So that's what we'll go over here. So like I said, we have the basic, a lot of guys have a premium, and then we have an unlimited. So what are some of the limitations of a non-exclusive license? Basically, you're gonna have limited sales, limited plays, a limited amount of streams of views. So basically, most non-exclusive licensing agreements, you can only release a certain amount of music. So after those, let's go to Cash Money AP. After those 500,000 audio streams, you'll be due to renew that license and come back here and get another WAV or MP3 license, so that you can continue recouping those audio streams and not have to remove your music from the streaming platform. So you can keep getting money, basically. So like I said, you got a limited amount of views, limited amount of sales, a limited amount of streams in place that you can get. The next thing is going to be that most non-exclusive license agreements have an expiration date. And what that means is, like, after a certain amount of time or a term, you're gonna have to renew that license in order to keep that song out on those platforms. So even if you haven't reached the limit on the sales, plays, streams, or views, if that expiration date comes, then you will have to renew that license, even though you haven't reached those limits. And like I say, most non-exclusive license agreements do have this term where it's only valid for a certain amount of time. And at that point, like I say, you'll have to renew that license. Now, since these licenses are non-exclusive licenses, that beat can also be licensed to an unlimited amount of different artists, which means that numerous of different artists can have a similar agreement to yours to that same beat, which is kind of a limitation, but it kind of depends on where you are in your career. Now, that's pretty much everything we're gonna discuss about the non-exclusive license. Hopefully that clears up a lot of questions that you may have had, a lot of concern that you may have had. In the next video, we're gonna discuss exclusive rights and how they are, and the benefits and some of the limitations of those as well. So I hope this helps you out. You guys take it easy. We'll get back to you in the next video, part 2 of the course. Take it easy. All right, you guys, that was part 1 of the mini course that I made for you on the differences between non-exclusive versus exclusive licensing. I hope you really found value in that. If you did, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and be sure to leave a comment. Let me know if you have any questions about that at all, any questions, any information that you want to provide. Leave that information in the comments below, and we'll see you on part 2 of the video.